Hey, what's going on, CoinUp TV subscribers? Robert Welkner here. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing another Jackie Chan classic. This time it is Creek Brawl, which I've been watching. Well, I watched on the Jackie Chan Shout Factory Collection Volume 1. I've been watching all the movies in here and reviewing all the Jackie Chan movies in a row. If you're brand new to my channel, go back and watch some of those. Let me know what your thoughts are and opinions in the comments below. So, Creek Brawl from 1980, directed by Robert Clouse. Famous for directing Enter the Dragon, and apparently Jim Cotta. I didn't realize that. Jim Cotta's been a movie I haven't seen for a while. I'm gonna give some spoilers in this video, my letter grade. So let's kick things off with what it says on IMDb about this movie. A young Asian American martial artist is forced to participate in a brutal formal street fighting competition. That's the synopsis, and that's probably what it says on the box, the VHS box, but I don't know if I'd quite say that he's forced to participate in this brutal street fighting competition. It's more of like a shenanigans ensue, and Jackie Chan is in the middle of a wacky on-the-street competition. Brutal's not a phrase I would say to this at all. So here's my notes. This is like the Jackie Chan movie that was trying to like break him into the American market. It's kind of like his first big U.S. American English speaking role. Up to this point, Jackie Chan had movies from like the 70s in Hong Kong, was kind of making a name for himself, breaking out. And we got him now in a U.S. made film by an American director, a C-level director, I would say, C-level writing, C-level cinematography, and it doesn't include like top-notch cinematography people, stunt coordinators, stunt actors. Mars, as far as I know, Mars is not in this movie. If you make a Jackie Chan movie and Mars isn't in it doing some stunts for you, it's not a Jackie Chan movie as far as I'm concerned. So here's my notes. Pretty dull action and story. Again, it's the most notable for being Jackie's first attempt to break into the U.S. market. It's the first time we're getting to hear Jackie Chan speak English. Apparently he learned phonetically, so a lot of times he was kind of speaking, didn't really know what he was saying, but it's convincing enough. Some of the pros are that there's a romance, or there's kind of a love interest with a white woman in this, white girl, and those scenes seem charming, seem interesting, they seem fun. It's something you don't really see from a lot of Jackie Chan movies. I mean, usually he's just kind of the hero. There's not a lot of love interest. I mean, there are a few along the way, like Gorgeous and some other ones where he does have some romance. Usually it's kind of just like played for laughs, like he's kind of flirting with somebody. So in this movie, you get to see Jackie with a real girlfriend in a relationship. My favorite scene of this movie, the biggest pro for me, is the roller derby scene. And I know what you're saying. You're like, Rob, but that's not even like a martial arts scene. It's the most entertaining part for me in the movie. It's the wackiest. It has shenanigans. It has stunts. It has, it's not really meant to be taken serious. And when I was a kid growing up, roller derbying thing was something I used to watch on TV. So I kind of remember like people in roller derbies doing their stuff. And then there was also the movie Rollerball, which the James Caan movie that I was a fan of when I was a kid too. So some of that sort of all caters into, cultivates into like this scene. And when I'm watching, I'm like, okay, people on roller skates doing, trial by fire and a contest there. In fact, I even made a student film called Roller Boy, where I was on roller skates doing some stunts by myself. You can see it on my YouTube channel. If you dig deep enough, search for Roller Boy, and you can see me doing some acting in my student film. So so that was my favorite scene. Let me know in the comments what your favorite scenes are. Most of the other stuff, just like the action, looked like it was in slow motion. It was not very interesting. It was kind of not very, it was coordinated, but no, it wasn't slick. Didn't have that punch that we had in other Jackie Chan movies from like the 70s. His Hong Kong output. Something else worth noting, if you blink and miss it, there's a quick scene or a quick couple of shots with Rosalind Chow in a cameo, who would later go on to a larger role in as Keiko O'Brien. in the Star Trek series, Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. So I just want to mention that as a big Star Trek aficionado and fan. That was kind of cool to see. I was like, oh, pointing at the screen. It was like the the Leo DiCaprio meme, pointing at the screen going, hey, I know who that is. So let's talk about the Blu-ray for a little bit now. Even though Battle Creek Brawl isn't the greatest movie on here, the disc is fantastic. It has a ton of stuff on here, and it's kind of like the reason why I wanted to buy this collection. It has this feature-length, like 90-minute documentary called The Golden Boy, Harvesting a Major New Martial Arts Maverick, with multiple interviews. One of the interviews it had was with the some of the early directors of some of the movies on here, like the guy who did Shaolin Wooden Men and I think Snake and Crane. Let's see, do I have his name on the screen there? I'm looking at my notes on the screen. Chen Chi Kuo. And also Ricky Baker is interviewed, and a handful of other people. And it's cool because they kind of focus on the early, like the 70s Jackie Chan, although they kind of jump ahead a little bit to like later in life and stuff. And I almost feel like they should just skip that and just stuck with like the early Jackie Chan stuff. There's also a commentary on here with Hong Kong critic James Mooj. And there's a couple interviews with actress Kristine DeBell, who's Jackie Chan's love interest in this movie. There's an archive interview with Jackie Chan. Fred Wintrobe and David West has an interview as well. And as Ricky Baker, sorry, I'm looking at my notes on the screen there. Ricky Baker has an interview. Some of these people are in the documentary, and then they also have interviews on there. That's why I'm rambling a little bit there, trying to sort it all out. But all that stuff alone makes it a great disc. So forget the movie, just watch all the bonuses. Although I put a post on Reddit, and I put an image of the roller skating, and I said, hey, who's a fan of Battle Creek Brawl? And a lot of people left comments saying, oh, this is one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies, or it's a guilty pleasure, or this is the first one I saw it, so it holds a special place in my heart. That may all be true, and I don't want to poo-poo on your enthusiasm for this movie, but I'm going to give it a solid D. It's not a good movie. It's not well written. It's not well acted or choreographed or anything. It has its merits, and it has a few scenes that are kind of fun. It's worth seeing once, but it's a D. It's below average, and it's a D. It's a bad movie, and I'm sure there's probably a 4K of this on its way, and we'll see how many people buy the 4K. We'll see. We're on the rumor mill. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below for Jackie Chan's Battle Creek Brawl. For Cornet TV, we'll see you in the next video.